Welcome to the show, we staying high on the hog, talking Razorback pride through the smokes and the fog, from the hill to the field where the red runs deep. Big soy in the crowd, hear the thunderous sleep. Basketball courts, football lights on blast. Diamond hog swinging, putting legends in the past. It's the natural state where the fans go hard. Arkansas forever, this the Razorback yard.
Alongside my dad co-host John Dillinger, and we got another exciting one for you today.
It's hate week.
It is hate week. We got a really exciting one for you today. I've been trying to get this stream or this video recorded 4 days in a row.
Hold on, everybody.
And this man refuses.
No. We've been busy. We
have not.
We both interviewed today for the head coaching job at
true.
Arkansas.
That is true, yeah.
Along with 35 other people. There was a line in the hallway.
Yeah, they had open tryouts.
Gus Malzahn was there. Pat Fitzgerald was there.
Yep. PJ Fleck was there.
Ed Orgeron was there.
Yep.
Lane Kiffin was there.
Yep.
It was a crazy day.
It was really exciting too, getting to meet everybody, all those big names there. If you haven't been reading Twitter or Facebook or checking the Hogs media, oh my Lord, it's been outlandish this week. I mean, everything under the sun, every name you can think of has been interviewing for the head coaching job just today alone. And you know, this just in, I think we're announced that they were gonna give us at least the first 2 games. They're gonna let us coach and see how we do.
I turned them down,
but
wasn't a big enough NIL package for me.
Yeah, that seems to be a problem. You know, I've been – God, I hate Ole Miss. I love to get on Ole Miss's boards just to run them down, and they think they're there with Florida and LSU, and it just makes me so giddy. I mean, I think it's so funny that they think they are, but I will say it's a better job than Arkansas right now because of how much money their donors are putting into their program. They've outspent LSU for 3 years in a row. And Arkansas donors won't give us jack squat, and I can't blame them because we ain't done jack squat with what they've give us.
Keep talking. I'm trying to share the video. Y'all make sure you like and share.
Yeah, get on in here.
I'm trying to share it
there we are.
to all of our Facebook groups and everything. And
hope the audio's good for everybody.
We want to get as many
in here. Let us know if the audio sounds good. Let us know everything that's going on. We're still not used to this. We're getting there. We're gonna. I mean, we are the best Razorback podcast on the internet.
Number one father-son Razorback podcast.
No one better. No one bigger.
SEC talking.
No one bigger.
And it's the number one. So
it's hands down. Oh, come on, I'm messing up here. So, but yeah, I'm very excited for this stream, this episode. This is the pinnacle of college football right here. It's rivalries like this that make college football so incredibly awesome, and this one right here is a storied rivalry that goes back for years and years. We'll get into all
more
that.
Than 100 years.
Yeah, we'll get into all that. Before we do, we got some things that we're going to talk about beforehand. Coaching search, different coaches, being talked about over the week, and different coaches accepting jobs and stuff. So
yeah, but I'm pretty sure now. Y'all check it, and but I'm pretty sure Texas is our number. Maybe A&M. A&M may be number one now. We may have played more games against A&M because, because we've always
they were in the Southwest Conference
right.
as well.
But for a long time, Texas was number one. They're either number one or number two. I know we're either 2 or 3 on theirs. Steve Sarkisian talked about this rivalry. He called it a rivalry over and over again. This is one of the big ones. It's the biggest one for us. It's probably the 3rd biggest, maybe. It's the 1st or 2nd longest running for Texas. I'm sure Texas fans consider Oklahoma maybe their
for sure.
Their
Oklahoma's
biggest
their
rival.
one. Texas
A&M's for the old guys in Texas, it's Arkansas.
Yeah, absolutely.
And for those for young people, maybe they consider A&M number 2. I promise you, the old guys, is Texas and Arkansas. I mean, we were battling for national championships. It was number 1 versus number 2 year in and year out. Sarkisian talked about that. I got my first. What are we going to talk about first? We're going to talk about the coaching stuff?
We're going to talk about the coaching search first.
Yeah.
That way they have to stick around to watch all the Texas
We
stuff.
having a pizza party.
And it's good.
This is Texas week.
I almost put on a suit and went to your office, and it's going to be business day.
Well, you would have looked a lot more business than I did. My wife said my shirt was so wrinkled she was surprised anybody did business with me today.
Man, well, we would have looked like crazy then, because I was going to put a suit on.
Well, I had a jacket.
We was going to go stream
I popped a jacket on
and everything, but
my shirt wasn't that bad.
I made such a good graphic that I had to wait for us to get back home so we could use the green screen and everything, because look at how pretty this thing is. I did this. This is awesome. Dustin Huffman wants to know where the invite for pizza was. We don't have no pizza. I don't know what you're talking about, man. What pizza?
We'll hit you up next time, Dustin. Let me tell you something. Dustin Huffman can put away some pizza now. So we didn't order enough pizzas to feed you, Dustin, but I'm going to eat one for you right here.
Yeah, this is royalty right here. It's a D1 baseball player right here, Dustin Huffman, in the chat, live in the flesh. But yeah, so we're going to go.
Pastor at Jonesboro Baptist Church.
We're going to go ahead and get right into it. This weekend, it's been a spectacle to watch. Things are heating up with Lane Kiffin, his different job prospects. Many things were reported. Some were challenged and others disproven. The ultimatum that was going around, Yahoo Sports reported on it. I mean, everybody did.
He said there wasn't one.
Yeah.
He told Pat McAfee one.
I don't. That's what I heard. Yeah. But supposedly Ole Miss gave Lane Kiffin a time to, he had to sign. His contract extension was before the Egg Bowl. But he went on Pat McAfee and said that it was untrue. Whether that's true or not, I guess it came out of his mouth, so we pretty much got to believe it on that.
That it's not true?
Yeah. Here's what's not false.
I'm sure they told him, hey, we'd like to know what you're going to do before the Egg Bowl.
Yeah, no doubt.
What they didn't do is say,
we're going to fire you if you don't.
Yeah, if you don't let us know what you're going to do. They don't hold the cards in that relationship.
No,
the
ball is in his court.
Is bigger than Ole Miss.
That's 100% fact. But here's what's not true, or here's what's not false. Rather, his family was spotted visiting Gainesville, Florida last week, and over the weekend, a LSU private jet was seen in Oxford's airport, and the Kiffin family was spotted in Baton Rouge after they were flown there to tour the area and facilities before being brought back. Kiffin continues to troll Ole Miss fans on Twitter. One of my favorite tweets that he's done is he put up, it was a video that somebody put on of Ole Miss and what's your favorite thing about it or whatever. And he titled it on his, posting the video, and it said the good old days. So, right now, potentially signaling that there might be a departure soon, telling Ole Miss fans, hey, you're living in the good old days. Enjoy them while you got them, because I'm headed out right now. So
Lane Kiffin is a huge internet troll. I wish he was as funny in real life interviews as he is on Twitter.
Oh, he is a bore.
I mean, he rivals Trump on Twitter, but Trump brings it in real life.
Yeah.
Kiffin doesn't.
No, he
is very dry, very just matter of fact, low key, just kind of talks like this. So I don't know. I would like to see Twitter Kiffin in real life. That would be fun.
It would. Here's what I'll say on Lane Kiffin. I have it on good authority. My sources have told me that Lane Kiffin will be the next head coach at the University of LSU. So I hope he has a good run at his next head coaching job in Florida. I mean, seriously, I hope he does great things for the New York Giants. If anyone deserves to do good at Alabama, it's Lane Kiffin.
That's true.
I really hope that he has.
Can't wait to see him on Arkansas sideline.
I mean, I really hope that he has a good career at his next 6 jobs that he has reportedly taken so far in this mid-season. Actually, I was going to say in the off season, but mid-season. He's got he's going to make a lot of money.
Oh, but he already makes a lot of money. He's about to make stupid money.
He fits to make some stupid money, but I don't know how he's going to manage all these different teams that he's apparently taken. So
yeah, it's the Lane Kiffin Bowl is what all these Major, and Auburn thinks they're in on him.
Yeah, I mean
on
they're
him,
not,
too.
but
they think they think it's a 3-way.
Now
Actually, I would say it is a 3-way because I think Ole Miss has a good chance.
Ole Miss can keep him,
and he may just stay there.
Here's what I was gonna say. I think he is doing so much trolling that it's like
he's just gonna stay there.
I think he's gonna stay there and just had caused a big spectacle to be funny.
You know what'd be funny is if he you know how he was in Gainesville. It'd be funny if he told his manager and like the president or the athletic director at Ole Miss, like, let's meet in Gainesville and work out my contract. That would be a Lane Kiffin thing to do.
Yeah.
Just so he can be seen in Gainesville.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I'll say this. Ole Miss does not have the resources and the facilities and the fan base and the stadium that rivals anywhere close to LSU and Florida. LSU and Florida are 2 to 3
Alabama.
times a better job than Ole Miss.
Agreed.
But Lane Kiffin is the man at Ole Miss.
Yes.
He runs the show. He is the Nick Saban of Ole Miss right now.
The only person more famous from Ole Miss than Lane Kiffin is Archie Manning. And Eli Manning.
I was going to say, didn't Eli?
There's two Mannings, and then Lane Kiffin is the next most famous person.
Yeah, and they were players. So, I mean, he could stay at Ole Miss. He'll never win a championship because Ole Miss is just not a program that wins championships. They're terrible.
Who was their legendary coach? Was it Johnny Vaught, I think?
I'd assume
Isn't the name
it's
of their
his name Stadium Vaught.
Yeah, Johnny Vaught.
Well, Hemingway, I think, is one of their coaches too, maybe. I think it's Vaught, Hemingway. I think those are 2 different people.
Yeah, but I just always assumed it was
one might be
Ernest Hemingway.
Yeah, one might be a sponsor or something.
The writer.
I really don't know. But, yeah, so, I mean, if Lane Kiffin's doing all this trolling and he's going to LSU and going to Florida to poach their talent and, go in there and be like, I'll take a visit to LSU and go steal all their recruits. And that might be why he's dragging it out so long. That, LSU and Florida, they can't hire a coach right now and immediately start on their recruiting and everything if Lane Kiffin won't announce his head coaching search.
Yeah, sabotage there.
It very well could be. But
he's telling them, I'm going to sign with y'all. We just got to wait till this season. And then at the end of the season,
just doesn't.
He doesn't, and it just delayed them.
It really could be. That absolutely
Well, let me tell you who he's
not
going to delay. He's not going to delay what's our athletic director? Hunter Yurachek in Arkansas, because they've interviewed everybody under the sun.
I've heard that. Can we get do we have a list anywhere?
I got a partial list. I mean, we know. All right, here's the folks we know that they've at least talked to. James Franklin.
Yeah.
John Summerall.
Yeah.
Alex Golish.
Yeah.
Eric Morris.
Put in the Bobby Peach group chat. Why is nobody in here? What's going on? Our family don't love us.
Pat Fitzgerald.
Yep.
Right? Why?
G.J. Kinney, I think I've heard.
Why in the world are we interviewing Pat Fitzgerald? Yeah.
Question, teacher. Who's Pat Fitzgerald?
He was the coach of Northwestern from like
probably
2001 to
probably be why I don't know him.
17 or 18. I mean, he was a long-time coach there. And he was fired for a hazing scandal, and then he wound up suing the university because he said he wasn't guilty in any of it, and wound up winning it. He sued them for like $130 million, and they arbitrated and settled out of court for a lower amount. But anyways, he's been out of coaching for a little while, and he was Northwestern's coach. I mean, that's the Vanderbilt of the Big Ten. He did a good job there.
Well, Vanderbilt's good now, so they're not the Vanderbilt of the Big Ten. Maybe in terms of academics.
But anyways, P.J. Fleck, Gus Malzahn was talked about today.
Yep.
Kane Womack has been getting a lot of.
I've seen that.
And you know what?
That's Alabama's defense.
Yeah. So his dad, Dave Womack, was Houston Nutt's defensive coordinator. A couple of different. I think he had 2 stints with Nutt, and I don't remember much about it other than Houston had always had some pretty good defenses.
Well, that's not. Ship's going down.
So. Kane played here a couple years, and grew up in the state. He's the defensive coordinator at Alabama. He was the head coach at South Alabama, so it's not like he's a coordinator with no head coaching experience. He did a good job when he was at South Alabama. That's how he got the Alabama coordinator job. So if you're going to go the coordinator route, him being from, at least having strong ties with Arkansas, I'm not against that.
And Alabama's defense is pretty good this
I
year.
would think if we hire him, then we whiffed on a lot of guys,
Yeah.
More people, of course, Dan Mullen, John Gruden, Ed Orgeron, Bobby P., of course. Me and you, we both interviewed.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a long list. They said they had narrowed it down to 8 candidates. And I think Trey said today that he thinks they've probably narrowed it down to 3. And what that means is they've got their number 1 guy,
Double swing.
and then they've got 2 fallback guys.
Yeah.
That's what that means. So they've got their number 1 guy, and I don't remember who else had said that they think that. I think it may have been Kevin Bohannon. It was somebody I was watching that said they think they've got their guy. And they think they've got a handshake deal, but they're still interviewing people in order to. Now, all that's just
hearsay.
Conjecture. Hunter Yurchek is definitely putting out smoke screen after smoke screen,
100%.
smoke bomb after smoke bomb
Yeah.
to try to, So if it is a sitting head coach somewhere, like a John Summerall, like an Alex Golish, like a Lane Kiffin or Dabo Sweeney, you can't let that cat out of the bag.
No.
And so, and also you can't be burned. You can't be like standing there holding the bag like we were when we had to hire Sam. We thought we were going to hire Lane Kiffin, and then something happened where we wouldn't match. Hunter Yurchek didn't want to match the money.
Yeah, to Ole Miss.
That Ole Miss was, well, man, that worked out good for you, didn't it, Hunter? I think it's down to probably someone, I'm going to say someone like John Summerall. So that would be Summerall, Golish, Eric Morris. Let me think.
Eric Morris is not a good.
He may be the second. He may be in the second tier.
Yeah,
so
he's
let's
not a
say
John
John Summerall, Alex Golish, Dabo, Lane, one of the top tier guys. And then your number 2 guy, whoever that is, maybe it's another one of those guys, or maybe it's somebody like G.J. Kinney or Eric Morris or P.J. Fleck or somebody like that. And then I think number 3 is Bobby. I think if they get burned, you've got Bobby. And, I know I said that I think it's done with Bobby. If he beats Texas this week,
It ain't done.
it ain't done, So Bobby's always there. Bobby is the ultimate safety net.
Yes, that's why I think Arkansas is in a good position, because at the end of the day, if the worst you can do is Bobby Petrino.
What was that?
If the worst you can do is Bobby Petrino, I think you're in a good spot.
That's true.
And when
100.
I'm comparing these coaches and everything in the coaching search, it's so hard for me to not be like, just hire Bobby unless we can get that big name. Because if you're telling me that Alex Golish is a better coach than Bobby Petrino or even John Summerall, you've got a better argument there. But Not to me. I
Yeah.
think Bobby Petrino's better than John Summerall or Alex Golish, who's coaching at Tulane and
I
South
really
Florida.
like John Summerall. The more I watch his interviews, the more I like him.
But do you like him better than a coach who went 11
He comes
in
across to
conference play?
me. He comes across to me like
Forget Missouri State and all that.
Nick
Forget the
Saban
recency. You got to live in the past.
and
Come
Kirby
on.
Smart. If we can hire him, and I don't know that we can because Florida may hire him. You know, these schools that Lane Kiffin is maybe
Yeah.
potentially dragging out just because that was genius. I hadn't thought of that. He may have
It
made
could
up
be.
his mind. I'm staying at Ole Miss, and he may be
Yeah.
telling them, "I'm staying there, but I'm going to keep flirting with them
Mhm.
because the
And I'll
longer
make it
they
seem like
the
I
longer
don't like
they
Ole
flirt
Miss.
with me, the less
Yeah.
they are
Can't
getting a coach,
recruit.
and they can't recruit, and that
Yeah.
puts them behind. That would be a straight up Lane Kiffin thing to do. That's genius. But the more I watch John Summerall and listen to him talk and everything, the more I like him. I don't want to have to coach against him. And what I was saying is, then we may not be able to get him because it may be Florida, it may be LSU. I mean, he's there in Louisiana. It may be Auburn. But if we could hire him and don't, because we wanted to hang on to 2011 Bobby Petrino, I think at this point that would be a mistake. And I kind of think the same thing with Golish.
Just to state, I'm not on this train. Bobby Petrino's my guy.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
And I'm not
I'm just trying to not lose more subscribers
not
because you've
an-
got us in some fire right
I'm
now.
not anti-Bobby either. I've
Yeah.
always loved Bobby Petrino. He's my favorite coach we've ever had. I'm just trying to be real with
Yeah,
the
I get
job that he's done this year.
I
Doesn't
got
look
you.
like 2011 Bobby Petrino.
I got you.
So somebody asked, some idiot in the comment section said something about, what did you expect Bobby Petrino to do? I expected him to beat Mississippi State.
Yeah.
That's what I expected.
Yeah.
I expected that. I expected him to even beat that pitiful Auburn
He beat
team.
Mississippi State, by the way. We had 18 penalties.
But you know what I'm saying? It's like
I got you,
didn't
but-
expect him to beat
You can't beat
everybody
18
on,
penalties.
I didn't expect him to beat Tennessee. I didn't expect him to beat, whoever else we've played. I can't even remember at this point. But I expected him to beat Mississippi State, okay? And I expected him to beat that terrible Auburn team. And he didn't. And so I don't think we've got the 2011 Bobby Petrino. You can say, well, it's not his team, it's not his players, all that.
It's not.
You're right. But listen, he had a team at Louisville. He had his team at Missouri State. I just don't think he is that same guy. Now, can he get fired up and do it again? Maybe. And if we wind up with Bobby Petrino, I'm not going to be mad. Again, I love Bobby Petrino. Fond memories of the Bobby Petrino years from when he was hired to when he was fired. And I've enjoyed having as our offensive coordinator. Now, I wish the wins and losses would
wish we had a
would look a
defensive
lot different.
coordinator to match it.
But, I mean, again, a lot of the blame for this season is, for my book, has been offense at the crucial time. Yeah,
Yeah.
they look good certain points of the game, but at the crucial time in the fourth quarter with the ball in your hand at the last drive, they fumble or they intercept.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, saying all that to say this, Bobby's a great safety blanket, security net. We're not going to be in the situation where we were when we had to hire Sam Pittman. We've got a guy there. So I think he's probably Hunter's number 3 guy. But he's going to try to go after 1A and 1B. If he don't get them, Bobby P's going to be the man.
Yeah.
Bobby P's not the man right now, or Bobby P would have already been named the head coach. So he's not number 1. So you want to read some of the
Got
chat
a few
before we get
comments
real
here.
behind?
Dustin said, "Just let Kiffin coach at LSU and Florida. He's everywhere. He's got 6 jobs at the
That's for
minimum
you,
right
Dustin.
now."
That's a Marcos.
Wayne Keith said,
Professional.
"What if Kiffin is the cow that the Hogs basketball made? It's a great hire."
That'd be
That-
amazing.
That's not been floated around. And Calipari was not floated around, so it's not impossible. Maybe he's dragging Ole Miss and Florida and LSU
That'd be great.
so that he can bring everybody to Arkansas, but I doubt it. I think he's going to end up at LSU. He should end up at Florida. He's a Florida guy through and through. I mean, his personality, the way he looks, everything screams Florida, but Anyways, Dustin said Memphis head coach out of it now. I hope so. He's not good. I mean,
I forgot to mention him.
Ryan
Silverfield.
Everybody's mentioned him, but to me,
he interviewed.
He's what has he done at Memphis other than beat Arkansas?
He beat us. That's
but
about...
who else? Who hasn't beat Arkansas?
That's right.
Arkansas State and Alabama A&M. Those are the two.
But
teams.
no, Dustin, I don't think he's out of it.
He should be. If he's not.
I don't. I think he may be now. I don't. Surely he didn't make the final 3 cut. If Hunter has actually brought it from 8 to 3, I hope Silverfield's not.
I hope we're not that
one
desperate.
of those top 3.
Wayne Keith said it's either Gruden or Kiffin. I don't think it's either of those, to be honest with you. Gruden's never coached in college football.
Let me tell you this.
He could get the
Wayne
job,
Keith,
but he shouldn't.
I hope you're right on 50% of that. I hope it's Kiffin. That'd be great. And look here. I was thinking about John Gruden a lot last night.
You gonna sell me on him?
If we hire John Gruden, what he needs to do is just be the CEO and go hire the best offensive coordinator and the best defensive coordinator that you can get.
We got one of those right now.
Well, if you can keep Bobby, keep him.
I don't think we can. I think if we don't hire him, he's going to be a head coach at somewhere.
Yeah,
maybe Auburn.
But you could do worse than hiring John Gruden because, and here's why John Gruden would not be a terrible hire.
I know.
There's some people saying he'd be a terrible hire. No, he wouldn't. He is super personable. Mm-hmm. He is a great interview. Yeah. He is exciting. He will captivate you. He can walk into a room. We got him in the thumbnail. He can
look at him down there in the left corner.
Oh, look at him right there.
Look at him right there.
I mean, he can grab your attention. So he's going to be able to recruit. He's going to be able to recruit boosters and money.
Yeah,
and
he's going to get money.
So
him and Orgeron, they're going to be in that third lane.
Yeah. And it's the same thing with Ed. You know, everybody that's hating on the Ed Orgeron.
Crazy to me. National championship winning coach. One of the funniest people.
He's the same deal. If you hire Ed Orgeron, okay, make sure that he tells you this is going to be my OC and this is going to be my DC, and make sure those guys are top level legit. Mm-hmm. And then let him just recruit and get the money and
recruit Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow
and go get them guys.
I mean, yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that that's my number 1 and number 2, but I'm saying you could do a lot worse.
Yeah.
I would rather have John Gruden or Ed Orgeron than
Eric
Pat
Morris,
Fitzgerald, P.J. Fleck, Ryan Silverfield.
G.J. Kenny.
I don't know about Kenny. I think he's an up-and-comer. Jeff Traylor, I'd rather have him probably than Jeff Traylor. Morris.
Eric Morris for sure. Where? What school is that?
He's North Texas. He's done a better job. He's got a better record than Golish and Summerall this year. They're like 10-1.
I don't know.
And he beat one of them.
Well, here's my deal. His last name is Morris. And North Texas is dirty for what they did with that punt. When they didn't get nothing.
That was
they fair caught cheated.
They cheated.
And the next play after that, we should have sent our 6th-string player in there.
Out of their shoes.
And I'm talking about knocked him clean out, retired him. Yeah. Should have retired that player.
So I'm saying you could do a lot worse. And Wayne Keith, I don't think that's a bad comment at all. Keep going. You got Unselling Duke.
Evan says, "What do we think the score is going to be?" Look,
why are you doxing our people?
Everybody knows. We've said that 100 times.
That's Unselling Duke 2757.
Evan, you stepping on us. We're going to get to that at the. We're going to make y'all wait for our prediction when we get through, and then you're going to know.
Yeah,
I don't expect a blowout, but I don't think it'll be as close as it's been lately. Uncle Tim said, "I seen where they said John Tyson took his plane and picked up Gus and brought him to interview yesterday." I don't like to hear that.
John Tyson has been a Gus Malzahn guy.
John Tyson is somebody who's got some say-so in Arkansas. And I don't want Gus Malzahn. He's a snake in the grass.
But
he's not a terrible coach.
The big boosters, different ones got their different guys. Frank Fletcher's a Bobby Petrino guy.
Yeah.
John Tyson's a Gus Malzahn guy.
Jerry Jones
is a Rhett Lashley guy. So I mean, just because one big money booster wants a particular guy doesn't mean
money booster.
I mean, he is a big money booster. I like that Tyson chicken money.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the chicken man.
I'm a fan of him bringing John Calipari.
I'm a big fan of the chicken man.
I am too. I'm a big fan of the chicken man bringing John Calipari to Arkansas. So, and look here, I don't like I don't want Gus Malzahn to get the job,
I'd get on board.
but if he gets the
hate
job,
him. I hate him.
I mean, I'm gonna be behind him.
Yep.
I wanted him in the past.
Mm-hmm.
He spurned us so many times that I didn't want. I didn't, he's burnt
Yeah.
me. I wouldn't go after him. I wouldn't have interviewed him, other than if John Tyson come and said, "I want you to interview him.
Yeah. You
Do
it
this
just
as a favor
respectful,
for me.
yeah.
You do that."
Absolutely.
All right, Mr. Tyson, we'll do that. And you can do worse than Gus Malzahn,
He's a good coach.
but you
I
can
just
do
don't
better
like
than
him.
Gus Malzahn too.
Yeah. Wayne Keith said Saban has been giving Arkansas a lot of praise these past days. Look,
Wayne Keith, what are you drinking, Wayne Keith?
Give
hold
me-
on.
let me
I
have
just
some of 'em.
defended you.
yeah, we got Gruden, Kiffin, and Saban. Saban's the head coach. Gruden's the defensive coordinator, and Lane
Gruden's-
Kiffin's the offensive coordinator.
Gruden's offensive.
Yeah, that's what I
coordinator.
meant. Saban's the defense coordinator. Yeah. You
Yeah,
know,
it wouldn't
we
work with them
win
three.
100 national championships in a row.
Yeah,
I mean, 100.
that'd be crazy.
Uncle Tim said if we don't hire Bobby, we will play him next year. I think. Look, if
Where
we
do
don't
you
hire
think?
Bobby,
Who? I mean, as
Auburn?
a coordinator, maybe.
I think
He
could-
won't get
he'd
a
be the
SEC head
at
coach
Auburn.
job. There's nobody in the SEC this year open that will hire Bobby Petrino as a head coach,
Why not?
other than Arkansas.
Why not? Is it scandals? Because I can tell you right now, Hugh Freeze was the head coach at Auburn.
Well, they don't want that again. That didn't work out.
Yeah, but that's Hugh Freeze. He ain't no Bobby Petrino.
If Chicken Timmy Changa, I don't know who you was talking about, but if he's right, then he'll be an offensive coordinator, maybe at Auburn, but not. He won't be the head coach unless we play him in a non-conference, like if he goes to, UAPB or whoever we. But he's not going to be a sitting head coach at SEC.
Either way,
unless it's in
if
Fayetteville,
he's
Arkansas.
an offensive coordinator, still we'd have to play him, and I don't want to do that.
Maybe you'll take Taylor
Wayne
Green and
Keith
get a
said
sixth
Saban
year
is
out of him.
AD. Has he got the inside scoop?
I think he's
He
about.
knows something. I think.
I think he's about 14 into a 30-pack is what I think.
Chicken Timmy Chain, but he didn't do all that under Jeff Long as AD.
Who?
So that's why I looked over at you.
Oh, wait. What did you
Jeff
say?
Long was our AD.
I was still trying to digest Saban as
yeah.
University
that'd be
of Arkansas
incredible.
AD. That'd be great.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm not dogging on you. That's awesome.
I hope Jesus comes back
Yeah.
tonight too.
He could
you
be.
know?
He could be the head
That's
coach
more
of the
realistic,
Razorbacks.
I think,
Yeah.
than Saban being our AD. But whatever, dude. If you got man,
Well, that,
but
could, that
didn't
really
he
could
do-
happen now.
all that under Jeff Long as AD. I think he's talking about Bobby Petrino. And, yeah, Jeff Long was the AD until it was throughout the whole next year, and he was fired before they hired Brett Bielema.
Gus, he was talking about Gus.
Oh, okay. All right. So I totally missed that.
Well, he just put that. I didn't know that.
Oh,
either.
he's talking about Gus.
Yeah, maybe that's when they was offering him or whatever. Been a few years.
I mean, it was during the Petrino hire, and then after the Petrino hire, and I think he did it another time at the end of Bielema. Yeah, he did it to us in the year that we had to hire Pittman too. So that would have been under Yurachek. I've got a crazy stat for you.
Listen,
And this, I'm just going to make all the Bobby Petrino people mad right now. John L. Smith did a better job as interim coach than Bobby Petrino.
who'd he take over for?
Boom! Eat on that, all you people that been saying I've been
Who'd he take over for?
down on Bobby Petrino. That's a
Was that Brett
fact.
was that Brett Bielema?
No, it was when Bobby Petrino wrecked the motorcycle.
Oh yeah,
He was our
because he
special
took
teams
over for an
coordinator.
actual coach who knew what he was doing. Yeah, and had everybody put
and
together.
then the next year
had
he-
all of his players.
At least
had
he
his
won
defensive
4
coordinators.
games. At
Had
least,
his offense in. Still, I got you. Yeah,
at
no,
least
you're right,
he
you're
won
right.
4 games.
Yeah, he took over for Bobby Petrino,
And Bobby
a coach
Petrino
who went
as
11-2, and Bobby Petrino took over for a coach who went 4-8, and then won 2 games and lost
me ask
to
you a question.
Memphis, and blown out by Notre
I want to
Dame
ask you 2 questions.
and Ole Miss.
2 questions.
Okay.
How many games did John L. Smith win as Arkansas? As Arkansas's
4,
interim
I
coach?
heard.
4.
Okay.
How many has Bobby Petrino won
He's
as
won
Arkansas's? 0.
Okay.
I don't.
How many
I'm
games did John
I'm
L.
just
Smith?
leaving it there.
How many games did John L. Smith's coach win before he got fired? And
We're
how
talking
many?
about all that.
And how many games
We're just talking about the
did
fact
Bobby Petrino's coach win before he got fired?
that John L. Smith won 4 games to Bobby Petrino's 0.
Yeah. Unsung Duke too. Moo was doxing everyone on here. I think y'all be okay. I think y'all's first names are gonna. I think you're gonna win, or be fine anyways. Wayne Keith, y'all are great, just having fun, but it could happen. Hey, look, pigs could fly. I mean, hey,
Hey,
I'm
Wayne,
right there with you.
I like Wayne.
I do too.
I do.
Look, he's high. Hopeful. He's high on the hogs.
Shoot for
like
the moon.
me.
He is.
He's
He
high
is.
on the hogs.
Shoot for the moon, and man, if you fall a little short, at least you took your shot. Yeah,
Yeah. At least you in the stars somewhere.
That'd be great.
That
would be definitely out of left field. That'd be a John Calipari kind of thing.
That would. You hire Saban as your AD.
Anybody he
and
mentioned
Lane
really
Kiffin
other
as
than
your
Duke.
head coach.
That'd be crazy.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Wayne Keith, LOL, love the Hogs, whoever the coach is. I'm there with
Me
you.
too.
Everybody's
Me
hating
too.
on Arkansas right now.
Look, whoever we hire,
I'm going to be there
if
with them.
it's Pat Fitzgerald, I'm gonna be Pat Fitzgerald fan. I'm not like Florida where the day Ron Zook was hired, some fan made fireronzook.com. Ron Zook, when you go back and look, was definitely not the worst head coach in Florida's history.
Yeah.
He was actually pretty good especially when you compare him to like Billy Napier.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm with Wayne. Whoever we hire, I don't care who it is. Look, I hated John Calipari until he put that hog on. And man, now
That's my favorite
But I
basketball
hated him
coach.
for a different way. I hated him because he was so great, and he beat us, and he was snarky about it. And so that's the guy you want.
Mhm.
Like, it's kind of like
Lane Kiffin.
like
I hate Lane Kiffin because he beats us and he's so snarky.
there you go.
about it.
Yeah, Lane Kiffin's a good example. He beats us. He's snarky about it. But if we hired him, it's like, yeah, now we're going to do it to everybody
Yeah.
else,
Now you got to deal with it.
That's right.
Yeah, so I'm there with you. I've never hated Calipari because I didn't really watch basketball. When Musselman came in, that's when I kind of started to actually care about it. When we were going to the Elite Eight and the Sweet 16s, and then Calipari got on board, and I was like, well, that's the only name I know. Let's go win some national championships. So now I watch all the games. I'm big on it, and I'm hoping that we have the wherewithal and the fortitude to keep this podcast rolling into the different seasons, but who knows?
Unselling Duke thinks we can go get Barry Bryant since we're talking fairy tales.
Look, I mean, hey, does he have a son? Is his son's nickname Bear? We'll take him.
Dustin Huffman said, sounds like John wants John L. Smith back and have Chad Morris as the OC. He could bring his son from Virginia to replace Green. LOL.
How do you feel about that? Because that's the crap I'm hearing from your mouth right now.
I mean, I think that would be an upgrade to what we've got right now.
All right. If anybody's
I'm
looking to do a
kidding.
podcast, a father-son podcast,
Are you looking-
I could be adopted or
Look here.
something.
You stuck with me.
His son is Cub Bryant. Probably so. But to finish out this coaching talk, I did want to bring up that the head coaching search for the Hogs, it's heating up right now. Different names being favored daily. Right now, Vegas has Alex Golish in the lead. He's got a 22% chance. Behind him is Ryan Silverfield somehow at 19. John Summerall's at 11%. Eric Morris at 10. And then in order, followed by Pat Fitzgerald, PJ Fleck, Jeff Traylor, Jerry Mack, GJ Kinney, Dan Mullen, Rhett Lashley, and then last is John Gruden. All between 2 and 10% respectively on the Vegas.
I'd take John Gruden above several of those
100%.
folks.
I'd take Rhett Lashley above everybody that was just named.
Yeah, but they're just saying Rhett Lashley's
Yeah.
kind of took himself out, so
Yeah.
they don't think he's very high of a chance of being the guy.
Now, as you all know, my favorite to get the job is Dabo Swinney. But if that done deal doesn't happen, because I have it on good authority, nobody else has said Dabo Swinney's name other than this podcast, and then Josh Pate watched the podcast and mentioned his name. But yeah, no, I have been reporting for about a month now that Dabo Swinney is the smoke screen guy. He's got a job at Clemson. Clemson's been kind of nudging him out. He's kind of pushing himself away from Clemson.
I'll say this.
That would be the Calipari hire.
That would be an exact
out of left
similar
field, nobody would have thought it. Yeah.
To us hiring John Calipari away from Kentucky.
Yeah.
Nobody thought that we could hire him away. And nobody thinks that we could hire Dabo Swinney away from Clemson. That would be a big deal. That would be a big, I'm not saying that I'm for it or against it. I would be hugely for it.
I was about to say,
I would be hugely for it. I do think he would come over here and do a great job because I think he understands that he's going to have to get behind the NIL and get behind the transfer portal. He'll learn it real quick in the SEC. But here's what I want us to do. I want us to hire him and join the ACC as a package. I am let's get out of the SEC, go join the ACC. It makes more sense in basketball. It makes great sense for baseball. It makes way more sense for football. I don't care. We've only been in the SEC since 1 or 2, whenever it was.
Yeah.
It's not like we have been in the SEC since 1901. So I say let's jump ship to the ACC, hire Dabo
Kentucky
Swinney,
and South Carolina with
and
us.
bring Kentucky and who was it?
South Carolina. Their biggest rivals is Clemson and
and that gets them out of the bottom of the SEC. Gets Kentucky football out of the bottom.
We'd be the best conference in basketball.
We're going to go over there. All 3 programs. We compete every year in football. All 3 programs are good at baseball, good at basketball, track.
Kentucky
all the
sucks
other
at baseball, but they're great at basketball.
So
yeah,
let's do that.
I'm with you on there. And again, Kentucky's biggest rivalries is Duke and
Louisville is their biggest
North
rival.
Carolina and Louisville. And Louisville's in the ACC, Duke's in the ACC, and North Carolina's in the ACC.
Speaking of Duke, we got
That's
one more
meant.
game.
South Carolina's Clemson and North Carolina.
Got one more game for the basketball team, and then we play Duke.
I'm really excited for that. It's going to be on Thanksgiving in
Chicago.
Yeah.
United Center.
It's going to be really fun. But
Where
anyway,
the Bulls play.
As I was saying, though, my favorite is Dabo Swinney, but if he doesn't get it for whatever reason, I'll throw another name in the pool that hasn't been mentioned yet. I wouldn't hate Joey McGuire, to be honest. He's the head honcho over in Lubbock at Texas Tech. He took over in 2022, leading the Raiders to 8-5 in his first season, 7-6 after that, and then back to 8-5. And this year, he's got them rolling hot at 10-1, ranked 5th in the country. And he's got a couple top 25 wins. He beat, a dominant performance against number 7 BYU. Beat them 29-7. I would take him over some of these other names that are being mentioned.
Well, I'm sure you would. But the reason why his name's not being thrown around is the same reason why the guy up at Indiana's name is not being thrown around, Kurt Signetti. It's because they've thrown all the money in the world at him.
And I heard Texas Tech's got some money. They got a billionaire who decided that he was going to spend every dollar he owns in Texas Tech.
I mean, they're throwing the money in the right spots, head coach and NIL. And so that's why you haven't heard his name, and that's why he's not a legitimate, contender for the job. He already has the money, already has the NIL.
But you're playing.
We're looking to. I want us to take the Texas Tech approach. And
what do we got? A billionaire oil man?
We got
man?
several billionaires. Jerry Jones is a
billionaire.
John
man.
Tyson is a billionaire.
I know,
the
but
Walmart family's a billionaire.
The Walmart family don't care about sports, though.
Well, let's
Alice
get them to
Walton
care.
keeps spending billions of dollars in health care for Arkansas and building
right,
hospitals like a weirdo. Who cares about the sick? Let's get Arkansas football great again.
Well, here's the deal.
Alice Walton.
Back when Frank Broyles was the coach and when Frank Broyles was the athletic director, the Walton family was the largest supporters of Razorback athletics. That's why it's named Bud Walton Arena.
Yeah, Bud Walton ain't here no more. Rest in peace. God rest his soul.
I know, but what I'm saying is
the rest of them graduated
if you get
from Missouri.
the right AD and the right coach, you can get Walmart back. I think John Gruden could get Walmart back. I think
it helps that all of the CEOs at Walmart go through the University of Arkansas, because they go through the business school, and so their alma mater is Arkansas. So Walmart's obviously headquartered. So I don't think we'll ever lose Walmart.
I mean, they still
but we need.
They're still one of the
billionaires.
largest funders of Arkansas athletics.
Yeah,
it's just they could
they don't
they
donate
could
to NIL.
blow us up. They
Yeah.
could do for us what Nike has done for Oregon, and they just haven't done
If
that.
they decided that they wanted to put Arkansas back, Arkansas would be the absolute hands down biggest spender money wise in any other school. We'd outspend everybody if they wanted to.
Yeah.
I mean,
And so it's
the
not
Longs
like-
have like $500 billion together.
It's not like Walmart is not giving money.
Yeah,
to
they are. They're
the
just not
athletic
giving it
department.
to the NIL.
They just could. I mean, they could rock the NCAA.
I mean, we'd
boat
put Texas to
upside
shame.
down and put Arkansas on top if they wanted to. So we just need to get the right person that can
Bring them back.
recultivate that relationship and bring them back into the fold to be the mega donors that they used to be.
Wayne Key said, just hope we don't get a coach like LSU just got rid of. Yeah, I mean, Kevin.
He was a Yankee.
Kelly was, what's his name? Brian Kelly?
Brian Kelly,
Yeah.
just
Good coach, just not a good fit. And you have to be
it's a rarity
mix
that it
in.
works. Nick Saban, I guess, is a Yankee, but he was the greatest coach in history, so he works anywhere.
Yeah. Same with Tom Brady, you know.
But
They said he
man,
couldn't do it
Louisiana is
outside
like
of-
another country. I mean that
It is.
100%.
100%.
A northerner can come in and fit just about anywhere but Louisiana.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean that is
I was going to say, I mean,
that is a foreign country.
you don't have to be a perfect cultural fit if you're going from
Florida.
Utah to Arkansas or, Wisconsin to Missouri. You don't have to be.
Well,
if
Missouri's
you're-
Yankees.
Yeah, but if you're leaving, where's Notre Dame at?
Indiana.
If you're leaving Indiana and going to down there in the bayou where all it is gumbo and everybody talk like this, and you're drunk at 11 o'clock in the morning, you gotta understand what they're saying. And so it just made no sense. It wouldn't have worked no matter which way you flipped it. So, but yeah, he's a good coach, but you're not going to work unless you. That's why Ed Orgeron worked so well. He's not the best coach of all time, but he was
They should have never
Louisiana
fired Edo.
man.
That's crazy.
won a national championship. Next
Yeah.
year, they're like, all right, man, you're
Well,
going
it's
to have
2
to kick
years
rocks.
later, but yeah. All right, let's talk about what.
Well, you can't hate on our commenters. Give us a so. Chick Timachanga KB Caleb thinks it'll be Butch Jones from A-State. Yeah, he's stupid. That ain't. I mean, not even a remote possibility.
Was the Arkansas State game in Jonesboro tonight?
I have no idea.
If
think they
it
played
was-
Louisiana or something. I think so.
Because the stadium lights were on,
I
and there
think
was
so.
a couple of people. I mean, it was empty if
Yeah.
that game was in Jonesboro. I mean, I bet there wasn't 5,000 people there.
I don't keep
It may
up
not have
with
been
them. I really don't know.
2,000 people there.
Wayne Keith said, just hope we. Oh, yeah, I read that. Unselling Duke 2. Moo, your old quarterback, said he wants anyone but Dabo. Who's my old quarterback? Is that. Oh, God. Don't tell me that's Connor. If Connor's saying he don't want Dabo, Connor needs to shut up and go sit down at his house and take care of his kids and not worry about football because he's stupid. If you're watching this, Connor, I approve this message. That's insane. Dabo Sweeney's incredible. Wayne Keith said Butch Jones, kidding, by the way, would be a hire that would make me really unhappy.
Yeah, me too.
Absolutely.
They're not going to hire Butch
If Butch
Jones.
Jones can't get it done at Arkansas State, why would we want him to come try to get it done at Arkansas?
Right.
Because it's not like Arkansas State's a bad job. In terms of power or group of 7 or whatever schools,
One of the best.
Arkansas State's one of the best. It's absolutely the most brand recognizable group of 5 school, hands down.
I don't know about that. But it's good.
100%. Who has a more recognizable logo and recognition?
Marshall.
Arkansas State. No, not even close.
I mean, I think so, but they just was one that popped in my head.
Not
I mean, I'm
remotely
sure.
close.
Boise State.
Coastal Carolina,
Boise
maybe.
State.
They're not Group of 5, are
Yeah,
they?
they are.
I thought they're in the Big 12.
They may have joined it. I don't know. I can't keep up with everybody anymore.
I have no idea. They might not be. Boise State, yeah. Anyways, the most played team in college football 13 and 12 was Arkansas State. More than Alabama, more than Arkansas, the most played team. So, that's all you need to know. If people's playing as Arkansas State, everybody knows them. Dustin Huffman said, "Can a university enter the transfer portal?" I don't want to say we need to, but I'm starting to join you. I said that before. You're pulling me over there. If we can get Kentucky and South Carolina on board, the ACC would immediately turn into the second best conference in terms of all sports.
Yeah.
Maybe not football.
All right, I'm going to do these. Chicken Timmy Changa said, yeah, it looked empty on TV, and they were in Jonesboro. Arkansas Festa said, yeah, and they losing, so no to Butch Jones, right. Unselling Duke says ASU still charges those 2 fans in there to park like some criminals. And then Chicken Tim and Chama. Comedian Tim Wilson said, we would sell Louisiana right now and triple our money. He said it's been a headache ever since we bought it. Yep, that's good.
LSU's got a problem right now.
Rest in peace, Tim Wilson. That guy was funny.
Yeah. LSU's problem right now is that their government is deciding who's going to be the head coach, apparently. I have seen every senator from Louisiana bring up LSU sports, and that's hurting them. You don't want that. Amanda Johnson,
that's her name. You can say that.
I was going to try to figure something else out. Amanda Johnson said ASU, but Ryan Vaughn told them it was going to rain all night. Also, Kirk Cignetti wouldn't bat an eye at U of A.
Let's block her from this chat.
Nobody wants Kirk Cignetti. He's in a conference that doesn't play anybody but Ohio State. If you can win all those other games, congratulations. Indiana sucks. But all right, let's go ahead and get into this.
It's hate week.
Let's get into this. This Saturday, Darrell K. Royal Memorial Stadium in Austin, Texas is set to host an old Southwest Conference rivalry that spans back over 130 years. 1894 was the first time these two teams faced off, and it's been a bitter hatred for both ever since. A game that has decided national champions, presidents in attendance, even deemed game of the century in 1969.
Unfortunately, we should have won that game, lost it. I think it was a fumble led to a Texas touchdown. Richard Nixon was there.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Longhorns hold the lead in football 57-23 and currently are on a 1-game win streak. The longest streak held by either team was Texas from 1894 to 1932. That's about 14 years there. So, but anyways, this is a rivalry rooted in hatred and a battle for barbecue dominance. It's right.
Well, that's not a battle.
Terry
Arkansas
Black's
barbecue's way better.
No love lost this week is
Texas
hate
barbecue.
week, and it's set for a 3:30 p.m. kickoff Central Time.
Texas doesn't know. They don't have good barbecue. They burn everything.
Everything.
Texas barbecue
Wrights puts
is
Terry Black's to shame.
awful, and so that's not even a battle.
You like my intro there?
It was a good intro.
Thank you.
It was a
Appreciate
good
it.
intro.
Worked on it.
So my history with this rivalry, I think the first one that I remember watching was like the 91 game. I was 11.
Good Lord.
I don't remember.
Holy cow.
I don't remember nothing about the
My
game other
word.
than we won. I remember Dad being excited we won. And then I don't think we played until the 2000 Texas Bowl or the 2000
10, I think.
Cotton Bowl. No, 2000.
Yeah, 2000.
And that was Cedric Cobb's first. It was his rookie or freshman year. Maybe Clint Sterner's senior year. Something like that. We won that game. I remember some of that game, but the one that I remember the most vividly was the 2003 game. That was when I really had gotten into watching everything and about, the Razorback football. I was on the Rivals, site back then with, all you had back then was Scout and Rivals. There wasn't 247. There wasn't On 3. There wasn't, each team didn't have their own.
I mean, back in that day, there probably wasn't TVs or radios.
When you got on Rivals, it sounded like you was trying to send a fax to somebody. The 2003 team was Matt Jones. It was Cedric Cobb's final year when he got back into shape and got back into his prime. He was just dominant again. That was I remember Jones running all over him. That's the game where, the famous picture of Matt Jones giving the horns down as he's crossing the end zone. I think that's photoshopped, but it's so great.
Who cares?
Who cares? I'm still going to share that photo from time to time. I remember Darius Howard. He didn't have like a lot of yards that game, but he had like 2 touchdowns. We was running all over him. Cedric Cobbs went for, I think, 100, like maybe 160 or something like that. Matt Jones rushed for like 120-something yards. George Wilson went off catching the ball. He had over 100 yards receiving. I mean, it was
everything was working.
Yeah, and we beat Texas like 38-28, beat them by double digits. All was right in the world. It was that 2000 Cotton Bowl that everybody was like, man, we need to start playing again. And so we did a home and home, 03 and 04. We won 03, then they turned around and beat us 04. It was a closer game. But that 03 game is the one that got me hooked on this rivalry. I mean, that was the one I'm like, we need to play Texas every year. That is awesome. It's back and forth. It was just great. So Texas is the team, when we say we hate, we don't like actually hate anybody. They're the team we love to beat the most. Like I
hate Texas.
I mean, I hate
It's
them
a
in a
dumb
sense,
state.
but
The state's dumb.
I don't want them
shape.
I don't want them to quit existing. I want them to exist so that we can continue to beat them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, doesn't happen often. but-
So it's a love-hate relationship. I hate it when they beat us. I love it when we beat them. They're who I want to beat the most.
I'll say this: since
Like I would trade at least 2 victories for a Texas win. Like if you said, all right, you can either beat Texas or you can beat Alabama and Auburn, I'd say, yeah, give me Texas. That's how much it means to me. Now I wouldn't trade 3, but I'd trade 2. I'd trade any 2 on the roster to beat Texas.
So you'd rather assume we're going. They say you can go 10-2, or you can go
9-3 and beat Texas.
9-3 and beat Texas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Because if going 10-2 means that one of those losses is we lost to Texas. No,
Rather not do it.
No, don't want to do that.
Yeah, I'm there.
If it's the only situation where I wouldn't trade it is if there was national championship implications.
Yeah.
If we're just talking about going to one bowl game or a better bowl game, give me the Texas win. But if we're talking about all right, you can
Playoffs.
lose one game, but it's to Texas. But you get to go to the playoffs. Okay. I'll allow Texas to
take
win.
one to the chin.
Yeah, I'll take one
Yeah.
for the team on that one.
Yeah. Okay, I got you. So we don't like Texas.
Don't
I
like
think
Texas.
I think that's stated.
Want to beat Texas?
I would love to beat Texas. Dustin Huffman said Arkansas fumbled a game away. What? I wouldn't have even thought we would do that. We fumbled
Hey,
games
we're talking
away in
about
the
Texas.
past.
We're not. We'll read
That was
those.
Texas.
We'll read those. At the
He was
end.
talking about when you said fumbled the game of the century away.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Wayne Key said, "Does Green start?" He's absolutely going to, because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, they still want to win these last 2 games,
Yeah.
and I think we would. I don't know if we'd be better off starting KJ, but I'd like to see
No.
KJ play.
What you do is and that's a good question, Wayne. And Bobby seemed to say that he's going to stick with Green in the press conferences. But I think if things are going poorly, I think we'll see KJ Jackson.
He have any relation to Michael Jackson at all? No,
I hope not.
maybe not. Just wonder.
Unless he's going to be moonwalking into the
End zone.
You do know Jackson is one of the most popular names in the world, right?
It was a joke. I don't know if you knew that or not.
All right.
Yeah.
When
bit of
you was
sarcasm
doing math a
thrown
while
out there.
ago, I was like, you said
14 games straight.
yeah, between 1894 and 1932, it's about 14 years is what you said.
14 games.
So but the way you said it, it sounded like 1894 to 1932 was 14 years.
No, I was saying, but it was a span, and I was saying 14 games.
So I wonder why they only played 14 times in those.
That was how many games they won in a row. That's the longest win streak of the rivalry.
Okay, but it wouldn't have been from 1894 to 1932.
Yes.
No, that's more than 14 years.
Between 14 I don't know. That's what I read. You want to fight somebody? Fight Wikipedia. That's where I got it from.
Okay. You got to be smart enough, though, to decipher.
I'm not looking at numbers. I'm not reading them. I'm not doing math. I'm copying what I see off of Wikipedia and pasting it into my notes.
Okay, you should have told everybody that because that's stupid.
No. Unson Duke 2 says Texas cooks their steaks well done like a bunch of women. I hate Texas. I hate Texas.
Yeah.
I hate Texas.
All right.
I hate Texas.
I hate Texas. What was we saying before you?
I just hate Texas.
I agree. Well, you want to call this game?
Fun fact before we do call the game, just to throw this out there, in basketball, Arkansas has beat Texas more times than any other team in the country. The series is 89-68 all time.
There you go.
Did you know that? That's a fun fact. Right
I knew we led that series by a pretty good margin. I didn't know it was all that.
yeah, and we beat them more times than anyone else because Arkansas owns Texas. Arkansas is better than Texas. Texas sucks. I hate Texas. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. But anyways, here's the thing. Arkansas has all they can handle this week. You know, they're hitting the road, traveling to face off against number 17 Texas. They're currently 7-3, 4-2 in conference. And, you know, there's some different things to look at. You know, in a head-to-head matchup between quarterbacks, Arkansas has a strong advantage, in my opinion. Taylor Green is ranked 6th in the country. He's a strong dual-threat quarterback.
Oh, you being serious?
Meanwhile, Arch Manning ranks at 57th in the country and is basically immobile. The dude he doesn't really move much. He's only rushed for 300 yards and 6 touchdowns.
It's quite a bit for a statue.
Yeah, it is. Thus far. But here's the thing. Taylor has rushed for 719 yards and 7 touchdowns.
Yeah, I agree. He's been running for his life
He's
a
been
lot.
running quite a bit. That's the thing. You know, I'm taking my quarterback 138 times out of 138 over Arch Manning. I don't think he's good. But that's not all there is to account for. You know, Manning is 195 and 311, thrown for 2,300 yards in the air with 19 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. So he's prone to throw the ball away. But so is Taylor Green. He's 182 for 293 for 2,500 yards, 19 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions. So this is a battle of who can stop throwing interceptions and fumbling the ball away or turning it over. But the problem is it's not a one-on-one. So, you know, although I like Green more than Manning, I like Washington Jr. more than Contravion Wisner, the issue is everything else. Texas is a bigger team. They're a faster team. They've got much better talent, a top 25 defense nationally. The Hogs, they've definitely got their work cut out for them. And although they've let me down all season, I am still excited to watch these guys try and finally get something to go right for the Hogs.
What time is the game? This is at
3:30.
Texas. It's at 3:30. So it's the afternoon game, the old CBS time slot.
Yeah.
What channel is it on?
CBS.
Oh, it's on CBS?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I like the 3:30 CBS game.
Yeah. I do too, because you ain't going to wake up at 10 o'clock in the morning to watch us play at 11 o'clock.
I've always liked having that time slot being on that network. It's a prime spot. It's not
Everybody's
prime
up and
time,
out.
but it's a prime spot. Everybody knows that game. That's a game of the week type game, and this
It is for
this
the SEC
game
for sure.
deserves that slot and that attention.
Especially when you look at who everybody
Yeah,
else is
you
playing.
throw the records out when these two teams play, and I think it's going to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Everybody else is playing. Everybody else has a bye week in the SEC pretty much. They're all playing Alabama, Commerce, School of the Blind, and whatnot.
So where's SEC Nation at?
Probably Kentucky Vanderbilt. It's the only other SEC conference game.
If you tell me they're going to Kentucky Vanderbilt instead of Arkansas, Texas.
Nashville, Tennessee. Commodores versus the Wildcats.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
I hope they all get diarrhea from drinking the water in Nashville.
Yep. Vanderbilt versus Kentucky. Those two powerhouses. They're going at it this
Good
weekend.
night.
Yeah.
They realize it's not a basketball game, right?
Yeah. Or baseball.
That would be a terrible baseball game.
Vanderbilt's good. That blows my mind. Yeah. Everybody else is playing non-conference games against,
Well, they're going to wish they'd have been at Arkansas, Texas.
I hope you're right.
I'm just saying, win or lose, either way, they're going to wish
this
they
is
would
a
have.
much bigger
It's going to
game.
be a close.
I mean, in
exciting game.
terms of views and ratings, this game's going to get watched twice as much as Vanderbilt and Kentucky.
Well,
And
who
everything
cares
like
where
that,
Paul Feinbaum is this Saturday? Nobody.
He ain't going to be there much longer anyway. I think he's running for state
Going to
senate.
be running for
Yeah, or politician something.
All right. Well, I've called it first the last 2 weeks in a row. You want to call it first this time, or you want me to go again?
I'll go. I didn't. Usually, I have something a little that I do beforehand to, kind of nudge you one way and flip you the other. Arkansas is 2-8.
Mm-hmm.
I am 2-8 on my picks so far for Arkansas.
Question is, do you want to go 2-9 or do you want to go 3-8?
And here's the thing. So I went 2-0 and now I'm 0-8. I'm defeated in conference play right now.
You're defeated.
And Arkansas and Texas, while it's a rivalry, and you don't really take the whatever. You don't take everything. Who cares? Arkansas, to put it bluntly, in terms of an actual team, sucks. Our offense is good, and we have parts of our offense that are bad. We fumble, we throw interceptions, and all that. But overall, we have a top 10 offense in the country. We've got the worst defense I have ever seen in the history of Arkansas Razorback sports. And while they're getting better and they're trying, they're way better than they were at the start. They're atrocious. Texas is good. They have a good offense. They have a top 25 defense. They have one of the biggest stadiums in college football. It's played at Texas. They're trying to make it to the playoffs. They've got 3 losses. That doesn't completely rule them out. One of them's, to the number 1 team in the country, Ohio State. Their only real bad loss was Florida. So they still could make it to the playoffs. It's not super likely, but it can happen. They have to beat Arkansas. The refs cannot allow Arkansas to upset Texas. Arkansas is 2-8.
Yeah, we're playing Texas and the refs this week. No doubt about it.
No doubt about it. Arkansas is 2-8. Texas can still make the playoffs. It's played in Texas. And you've seen the officiating against Mississippi State. And while it wasn't as bad last week against LSU, it's not the same thing. LSU's not playing for the playoffs. LSU's out of the playoffs.
They were playing for bowl eligibility. They got it.
Yeah, they have bowl eligibility, and they were going to get it regardless because they play a cupcake this week. So this game right here has playoffs
big
potential.
time money for the SEC.
This is big money for the SEC. It's a chance to get their darling from the Big 12, their favorite
5
child.
teams in.
It's big. They've got to get Texas in here. I don't think the refs are going to allow Arkansas to even get close to winning this game. That being said, Hogs by 90. Give me Arkansas winning this game in dominant fashion, 43-32.
So the spread.
I'll go 2-10 if it takes me. Give it. Look, if you think I'm fixing to turn my back on the Hogs when they need me the most, it ain't gonna happen. Bobby Petrino's fixing to light Steve. You seen that clip of Steve Sarkisian when he lost to us in 2020? Going,
I love it.
It's fixing to happen again. He's fixing to get ran down in his own stadium. Steve Sarkisian gets fired on the field after this game. Arkansas wins it in dominant
All right,
fashion.
let the old man bring you back down to reality.
Okay. By the way, I was going to pick Texas to win the whole time. And my body regurgitated what was coming out of my mouth.
couldn't do it,
and
huh?
would not let me physically pick Texas to win this football game.
Let the old man bring you back down to reality.
All right.
Okay?
Spout some lies. Go ahead.
We are, as you said, the worst defense that I have ever seen. I have never physically, with my own eyes, laid eyes on an Arkansas
This is true. Yeah. This is a fact.
defense worse than this defense right here. This Arkansas defense has got to go down to Austin, Texas,
Yeah.
to not just an SEC opponent, not just one of your biggest rivals, actually your biggest rival, but to one of the biggest brands in all of sports, not just all of college football.
Yeah.
Texas
Longhorns is bigger than
Longhorns is a conglomerate. They're a monopoly. They are a mega, thing in the world of sports.
Man, Texas glaze is crazy right now.
What?
You glazing them.
Well, I'm just saying. Just saying the truth.
Yeah.
Arkansas, not only do they have to play all that, but they've got to play a quarterback from the first family of college football. Archie Manning, Peyton Manning, Eli Manning, and now Arch Manning. And they've got to do all of that on their home turf in front of 90,000 screaming fans. Is it that big?
It's over 100, I think.
100
Could
and
be wrong,
something
but I think
thousand
it is.
fans on CBS, and they've got to play the refs too.
Yeah. It's an 11 versus what, 17 or how?
So there's no
with them.
way Arkansas beats Texas. Give me Arkansas 28-27. I hate Texas,
Show's going down.
and we're going to beat Texas
Show's going
by
down.
1 point. Give me Texas.
Oh my gosh.
No, give me Arkansas. What did I say? I said Arkansas is going to beat Texas, right?
Yep.
Give me Arkansas. I know you wanted me to pick against us so we'd have a chance of winning, but I think we've got Texas's number. We're
Ship's
going to
going
ruin.
down.
We're going to ruin Steve Sarkisian's
We've
chances
lost
and years.
all.
We're ruining the SEC getting 5 teams in. Arkansas. This is our bowl game, and we don't need a trophy for this game. We're going to probably lose by 45 to Missouri the week after, but we're going to beat Texas at Texas. Give me the Hogs.
So you've got us going 3-9.
And look, after
Beating
I said
Texas.
that, we dropped from 31 viewers to 18.
You've lost all credibility. This podcast has lost all respect.
I
and
think they were just
credibility.
waiting to see who we picked.
Yeah, but no, that's
We're back up to 21 now.
that's something, man.
Give me the Hogs.
I
I'm
mean,
high on the Hogs.
you got to pick with your
We're
heart.
going to hire a coach this week. We're going to beat Texas. Then we're going to hire a coach. Then we're going to get some recruits. We're going to give them a bunch of money. And we're going to probably be hiring another coach in 3 years. But that's all right. I'm high on the Hogs.
Chicken Timachanga says, I figured they would go to the Missouri versus Oklahoma game. That's a big rivalry, ain't it? I mean, not a big one, but it's their rivals. I didn't know they were playing.
They were old rivals, yeah.
I didn't know they were playing. Robert Williams said, who do y'all want? Is Arkansas coach y'all too? Maybe who do y'all want for the Arkansas coaching job?
Well, we both interviewed today, so I wanted it, but then I turned it down.
Yeah. I got Dabo Sweeney for the Arkansas smoke screen hire. I got Dabo Sweeney getting it at the last minute in the 11th hour.
Yeah, I think my number 1 is probably John Summerall.
William Phillips, who we hiring? So I've got.
Okay, so that's a different
Yeah.
question. He said, "Who do you want?" You said Dabo Sweeney. I said John Summerall.
Yeah.
Who will we hire though? I think if we
Alex
can get
Golesh. Alex
Golesh, that's real good. But I don't know that we
think-
can. Because here's the deal: if Lane Kiffin stays at Ole Miss, then John Summerall goes to LSU, and Alex Golesh goes to Florida. He's in Florida. He fits there. Summerall's in Tulane. He fits at LSU. So, who knows?
Like we've mentioned, the carousel's it's fishing to get.
I want to know
wild.
who you guys want. Robert Williams, who you want?
Yeah.
William, Phillips, who you want?
Yeah, so
Y'all tell us.
I want Dabo Sweeney because that's a name that nobody would think we'd get like Calipari. I think we'll either hire Alex Golish or the whole list will fall apart and we'll just stick with Bobby Petrino. That would be fine with me. If we don't get Dabo Sweeney, Bobby's my number one guy. I want Bobby Petrino.
I can give you my top 5 in order. John Summerall, Alex Golish, Bobby Petrino. Number 4 would be, Lane Kiffin would be in there, but I just don't think he's a possibility, And so I'd put I'd put John Gruden at number 4. And then number 5 would probably be somebody like Morris or Kenny or somebody like that.
You've lost your mind. You turning your back on him?
On who? I put Petrino at 3.
Edo. You're going to turn your back.
Hey, look, if we hire Ed Orgeron, I'm going to be on the train.
Greatest talk in sports history.
William wants Petrino also open to Gruden.
John, again, the reason I'm against John Gruden is simply because the college to NFL, NFL to college thing does not work out.
Most of the time, you're right.
For the most part. And also,
this is a new era,
though.
Also,
Gruden's never coached college.
But this is a new era. This
everything
is like,
that's happened in the past, you can throw it out the window.
This is like a miniature NFL.
Yes. Now that we're paying players and you've got your own staff and you've got agents you got to deal with, it's a.
I want to know who Chicken Chimichanga
like
wants.
The NFL. So John Gruden could do great things.
Who you want, Timbo?
With this NIL
Give me your top 3. Everybody watching right now in the comments, give us your top 3. This is who I want. This is who I want if I don't get him. And then number 3, my safety net. Who's your top 3?
My top 3, if at all possible against all odds, I want, because I don't think Lane Kiffin's a physical possibility if LSU wants him. I want Dabo Sweeney. That's my number one absolute. That would be outstanding. Number 2 is Bobby Petrino. I'm sticking with him. So he's
your 2.
He's my number 2.
Well, we can get your number 2.
My fall guy is Ed Orgeron. I want third lane hammer down, send us all the way into everything. Ed Orgeron at the very least, because if I can't get my number 1 to go win national championships and I can't get my number 2 to be competitive, I at least want to watch something that's a spectacle.
That's a wild top 3, though.
If I have to fall to my safety net, I at least want to watch some entertaining stuff. Ed Orgeron's going to make Arkansas the most entertaining Netflix documentary in college football history.
Ed Orgeron is your safety net.
Yeah, Ed Orgeron is my the ship's going down. Let's just watch it burn, and let's watch it burn with a good time. Yeah, but no, I don't think Ed Orgeron's a bad coach. I think he won a national championship.
William Phillips, he chimed in with a 3rd pick, and that's just whoever the money wants. And I agree. But the problem is they all want different people.
Yeah.
Like we said earlier, John Tyson wants Gus Malzahn. Jerry Jones wanted Rhett Lashley. Frank Fletcher wants Bobby Petrino. We don't know who the Walmart people want. They don't really care, right now. I haven't heard who the J.B. Hunt folks want, but you can't. It's hard to get all of those guys to pick one guy. If you could get the top 10 donors in the room and they all said the same guy, that's who'd be the coach. Because you'd go say, we're going to pay you $15 million a year because all of our big boosters are on board here,
and
they all want you.
Outspend everybody.
Yeah. So I agree. Dustin, I turned it down because the NIL package wasn't big enough for me. I wanted a lot more in NIL, and they didn't want to do it. And then also, I can't even come up with another good excuse.
It just didn't feel like wasn't where God wanted you to go.
Well, that's true. That's right. Yeah, I can't.
It's
going to be hard to be preaching on Sundays and Wednesdays and Truman and coaching on Saturday just don't fit. So
yeah, long trip too. Fayetteville's about 4 or 5 hour drive. So,
Dustin, give me your top 3. Who do you want?
I agree with Phillips and whoever the money wants, because if we can't get our first 2, at least keep money happy. At least keep money rolling in. You don't want to give in to the boosters and let them run the show, But if you can't get who you want regardless, at least keep those connections strong. And, you know, if ship's going down, at least throw some money at it.
Yeah. Used to, you complain, say, well, you can't, we don't want an athletic director that just bows to the boosters. Man, it's a different world now.
Mm-hmm.
The boosters are what is going
That's
to
the only thing that matters
keep
right now.
you just floating if we stay in the SEC, which I'm against. I say we leave to the ACC. But this is a boosters world. You got to have them. You've got to have their money, or you cannot. You're going to be 2-10 every year.
Mm-hmm.
Every year. You're going to schedule 2 powder puffs. You can't schedule 3 anymore because you have to play a non-conference Power 4. And then you have to play 9 conference games. So you're going to schedule 2 powder puffs. Hopefully they won't beat you. And you're going to go 2-10 if you don't have the NIL behind you.
Absolutely. No doubt.
Dustin's with you. He wants Davo number 1. He's making us wait. Petrino number 2. Do you got a safety net number 3? Do you got a number 3? Those of you like you, he's got your same list.
Yeah.
You and Dustin, you don't need a number 3. If you don't get your 1, you will get your number 2.
Yeah.
You don't need a number 3. So, all right, I think we've about done it.
Anything
I
else
bet
we
nobody
need
thought I was going to pick the Hogs to win this game.
No, I wasn't going to pick the Hogs.
The
to
funny
win
thing
the
is,
game.
you was actually going to pick against them the whole time, and I come into
dead
the
set
day,
on it.
I was picking the Hogs.
No. Up until the very second that I started to say who I was going to pick, I mean, because I knew for a fact Texas was going to win this football game, but they're not.
Oh, man, look
Texas sucks.
here. Tim threw out a name that we haven't mentioned, and it's Schumann from Georgia, the defensive coordinator. Now, his name has been floated around, but, yeah, he said, so Chimmy Chicken said he wants Bobby Petrino's his number 1 pick on a 2-year deal. Golish or maybe Schumann, Unselling Duke. He wants Bear Bryant, Frank Broyles, or Nick Saban.
That's a 3. That's a strong 3 right there.
He's living in La La Land. William Phillips, we love you too, man. I appreciate you.
Appreciate the
Let's
love.
get out of this thing.
Absolutely. Look, hey,
Like, share,
if we're throwing
comment,
old
do all that
legendary
stuff.
coaches, Lou Holtz is still alive.
He is actually still
Come
alive.
on. He doesn't look
He
like it.
actually could come
He
and do
don't
the
look
job.
like it, but he could come on in. But, yeah, I guess, is there anything else we need to –
Brought to you by Shelter Insurance,
Always.
Dillinger Agency, out of Harrisburg, Arkansas. But look, we're licensed in Arkansas, Missouri, Tennessee. Look, you're unhappy with your insurance right now. Your rate has went up. Your agent doesn't answer the phone. You've tried to file a claim and they didn't pay you what they said they was going to pay you. Your insurance is only a piece of paper. It's only a bill until you need it. When you need it, there's nobody better than Shelter Insurance. I'll give you my cell phone number. You can text me after hours. Call or text 870-578-5900. Let me be your agent. At least let me give you a quote. Won't cost you nothing but some time.
Absolutely. And, we're going to be back. Instant reaction.
Instant reaction for
the,
sure.
For the Texas
We'll
game.
probably do live. Let's do it live again. I like doing that.
Yeah, we'll start. I think that's going to be what we do for the future. We'll always go live if possible, if we're not
the
doing
instant
something
reaction,
for the
yeah.
instant reaction. So we're going to get the instant reaction out.
Share the video, like it, comment,
Always
subscribe.
do all that. But Arkansas, again, after they play Jackson State, we may, I don't know, don't take us at it, but we may do a reaction for the Duke game.
I'd like to do that. That'd be
that's
a
a
good
big game.
First basketball one.
Yeah, that's a big game, so that'd be good. He answers phone calls.
Shut up,
Anyways,
Dustin.
thank you all. God bless and go Hogs.
Jesus saves.
Woo pig.